What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Zachary Smith. First and foremost, if you could please, if you are new, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, hit that notification bell. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about what we covered in this video, anything that you would like to see in the future, all that good stuff. I hope you are ready, Houston Texans fans, or even, obviously, fans of the NFL draft in general. If you somehow just stumbled across this video, greatly appreciate it. Still leave a like, regardless if you were a Texans fan or not. We're going to dive into, as you can tell in the title, Nathaniel Tank Dell, the wide receiver out of Houston, who goes to the Houston Texans. Let's go through the skinny first before we dive into this. Super productive the last couple seasons at Houston. Maybe no receiver more productive in college football, with 29 touchdowns over the last two seasons. Also 1,300 or more yards in each of the last two seasons. Just a 5.82 RAS, and a lot of that is obviously going to be due to the very unelite size that he offers. Very poor size grade at 5'8", 165, kind of an anomaly. I talked a lot about how this is kind of like, when you talk about Bryce Young at the quarterback position, Peter Skoronski, depending on how you view him along the offensive line, it's an anomaly class. It's an outlier class. Are these guys going to be on the right or wrong side of that? Tank Dell certainly falls into that category. Where he did have elite grades were 20-yard and 10-yard splits. I think that also kind of plays into how he looks on film as well. Some notes, some of the skinny here that I got from my first watch, which was pre-draft. I think that it's very good that he played outside despite his size. I think that that's a really good sign. Despite his size and being able to survive on the outside, obviously, some people might question the level of competition for Houston. It's not like he was playing against the SEC or anything like that. He's a great freestyler, and what I mean by that is, when the play is extended, when the play kind of breaks down, and Clayton Tune was back there looking for somewhere to go with the football, Tank Dell was a guy that just, when he gets off that first route, he just finds space. He just knows where to go, how to get open. And I think he's probably the best freestyler that I watched this year. Scheme versatility. I mentioned that he could play outside or inside. That's obviously going to translate. No wasted motion with or without the football in his hands. I think he's better in contested catch situations than he should be, considering his size. We're going to see a couple of those pop up in this video today. Special teams experience as a kick and punt returner. That's obviously going to be valuable at the next level. We'll see if Houston decides to use him in that way. And he's a 3-level route runner, in the short intermediate routes, or even going down the field. As you'll see, he has a couple really long deep ball touchdowns in this as well. Some of the concerns, obviously, the size jumps off the page right away for you, but he's 24-year-old. He's going to be 24-year-old as a rookie. And I know, some teams have those age guard rails being super productive. The timeline, he was, 22, 23 years old while playing against, a lot of 18, 19-year-olds in college. Drops, I think, are going to be a big question mark. I thought in 2022, he kind of cleaned that up as opposed to, his previous time. I thought 22 was a little bit better, not letting the ball get into his frame as much, making some hands catches. Don't ask him to block. I think that he's, not necessarily unwilling to do so, but those size limitations, obviously, and playing into that as well, he can get jammed at the line of scrimmage if a corner is able to get his hands on. That's why that first step is so important for him. It's important for everybody, but especially when you have the size limitations that Tank Dell has, it's really he's got to get off that line of scrimmage with that first step better than anybody, because if that corner gets his hands on him and jams him at the line of scrimmage, just shut down the play. Excuse me. All right, so let's dive into this. Nathaniel Tank Dell, the wide receiver out of Houston, 3rd-round rookie for the Houston Texans. Share my screen. We'll get into it. Let me know what you guys think. Again, comment down below. Leave me a like, hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So here he is, top of the screen, and this is a really good release. You can see kind of that corner thinks he's going to shade outside. He bites on it. He goes inside, then starts working up the field. Couple missed tackles on this as well. Huge play for Tank Dell, which you see a ton here. Clayton Tune does a good job of recognizing this. He sees that he's got that one-on-one on the outside, gets rid of the ball rather quickly, steps up into it. Broken tackle number 1, makes that guy miss. 3 broken tackles on the play, almost a 4th. Guy brings him down by his legs. Interesting formation here, 2-by-2, where he's kind of lined up behind the one receiver. He gets him to bite on this double move, and he's gone. Just that straight line speed, which he, possesses. He didn't test as well. I think he also didn't do a lot of the testing. But just again, here's another deep ball, kind of the same type of formation too, and he almost scores on this one as well. You see his foot goes out of bounds like 3 yard line, and he wants a push off. You will see at the end of this, he kind of did get that arm out there. I don't think there's enough there for it to be called. Neither did the refs, but you can see he works that boundary really well. I just think he understands leverage so well. Just a little design touch here, not much to make out of this. Quick out. Tune gets rid of the football super quick. Tank does a nice job of getting a few extra yards on this too. Uses his blocking. I think that guy was looking for a hole too. Bottom of the screen here goes in motion. Does a nice job working back to the ball. And that's another one of those ones I mentioned, probably better in contested catch situations than you would think. And we'll get another vantage point of this here from Clayton Tune behind him. And, Tune works his way back across the field, goes up and gets it on this one. That's just a catch that guy 5'8", 165 probably shouldn't be making, but he does anyway. That stop-start of his, that's where, the acceleration of him kind of comes into play. You gotta keep these cornerbacks honest, and he does a great job of selling that he's going down the field. Corner bites, he's able to work back to the football, get up the field a little bit. Working from the slot here, guy goes in motion. Look at those hands. I don't even think this might have been an incompletion. Yeah, it was. But the reason I had this on here is you saw that release, his ability to swipe the hands and then just get up the field. That's where I talked about that first motion for him is so important, because if he gets jammed at the line of scrimmage on this, the play's over. But he actually has an opportunity to make a play. There's that stop start, and look at him just immediately, no wasted motion. He has to come back to the football, but then immediately as he catches it, starts going up the field again. Work back, work back, work back, and then in one motion, up the field. He doesn't get much out of it, but it's the importance, it's the significance of him working back to the football there. Really nice job understanding the corner's leverage on that one, not staying inside. This is just a little crossing pattern that he gets. He just comes, right across the face of that second level of the defense. Get some yak on it too. Lined up in the slot here in a 3-by-0. Just a quick little out. And then look at this after the catch, though. I mean, that's a nothing play, really. And this is good blocking as well. But works his way to the boundary and just starts cutting up the field. That's another one. Just kind of getting to that second level, finding the soft spot. Tune hits him right across the middle. Doesn't get anything after the catch. Actually, a little bit of a bobble there. Top of the screen. Does a great job there selling inside. Then works his way to the end zone, and that's 6. Again, that first step just totally sells that this is going to be a post and gets him the bite. That hesitation, that head fake right there, he that's too much space to begin with from the corner. He's going to get that every single time. I don't like giving him that much space, but if they're going to do it, look at that. Immediately, this is actually a sack. The only reason I included that was to see that release off the line of scrimmage. There's a little slant. That was a 4th and 1 play that they go for. There's no corner, I think, that's stopping that. Little screenplay. Doesn't get a whole lot out of it. This was more so just to show you, how different ways that they were using him within the offense. He got a lot of screens there. But that'll do it. There's a little bit of Tank Dell for you. You can see the different ways that they used him, that inside-outside versatility. Again, kind of wanted to show off a little bit of everything that they were doing with him at Houston and what they can do with him in Houston in the NFL now with the Texans. So 3rd-round pick for them, Nathaniel Tank Dell. I'm very excited for what he's going to be able to contribute immediately. When you look at that receiver room, I think he's going to have an opportunity to play right away within that receiver room. Obviously, coming in as a rookie with CJ Stroud, they're going to have a great opportunity to form a ton of chemistry right out of the gate together. So I'm excited for this guy. I'm excited for the immediate future as well as the long-term future. I know he's a little bit of an older prospect too. But yeah, I'm really excited for Tank Dell. I'm excited for Texans fans to have Tank Dell and CJ Stroud and a lot of the pieces that they're putting together with DeMeco Ryans in town now. So let me know how you feel about it. Let me know how you feel about the video. Leave me a like, hit that notification bell, subscribe, of course, if you are new. We're going to have a ton of new stuff coming out to you guys as well. But until then, thanks for checking me out, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.